All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Garoppolo being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Buying time to his left. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Garoppolo. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A 1st down throw for Brissett. This complete to Lockett. And again the footwork. And he's brought down. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Lockett, 39 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Black 80! Black 80! Gun. 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Right back to him on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
By 20! By 20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
White.
Throwing now is Garoppolo, escaping the pressure right. And Tate's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Get set! 21. 11.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Connects it to Roberts right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They run with Hunt. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Garoppolo rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Brissett to throw on first. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Nick Perry in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Short yardage, Brissett going for the deep ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nelson Aguilar, 35 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo rolling to his right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Jets. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
First down, Brissett. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis adds the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Kamara. He can't get him down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards Stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Hunt, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He'll get it up the middle, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Garoppolo dancing to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Kamara. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Brissett from the gun on third. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Steps away to his left. It's complete to Brown, right side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ohio! 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 Let's go!
Brissett now on second down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Like 80! 180! 56 is the mic. Coming.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay, and that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Hey! Like 20! 180! 56 right there.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
80! Let's go! Flag!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense
Here we go!
that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Escapes the defender, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
A give. This is Kamara. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but fourth down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Garoppolo now, first down throw, being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And now out come the Jets. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night.